Yeah. Beat drop slow, head not flow. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Started with Boogeyman, ghost in the chain. Locked in the game, never move for fame. Old mountain lines run deep in the flame. Sock about the fire, Michonne brought the name. Then came Fat Boy, muscle in the frame. Man, hard, put respect on the name. Shotgun smooth, but the work insane. Sugar sweet jit, but a bite ain't tame. Kiki in the back, had a game in the veins. Gatorade heavy, running straight through the rain. Red ninja close, watch him work in the lane. Renegade rider can't hold that chain. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. From the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Ain't no luck, just grit and grind. Every dog here put work in time. Lady Rage got that fire in her eyes. Red alert taught us how to recognize signs. Blood heavy like a 2-ton chain. Everything proven, no need to explain. They asked what's in it, that yellow campaign. Built off real, we don't fake no strain. Second with the flame, Michonne lit the wick. If you know, then you know that line too slick. From the field to the show, every move so thick you can't blueprint this. It's the legacy pick. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Second from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die.
Man. Yo. Yeah, jamming, man. What's happening, bro?
Man,
What's
can't
going
call
on,
it
man?
What's good,
Hey,
big dog?
you know what it is? I'm back in here like I left my wallet and keys, man. It's Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. How you doing, Dre?
Man, always great to have a bad, bro. Let me shout out the brothers in the chat early this morning, man. First and foremost, man. In the wood 456. What it do, big dog?
Hey, see
Hard
you
to
in here
finish
first in the
was
morning.
good.
Hey, what's happening? Hard finish. Elevated.
Salute.
Yeah. K-Walk. K-Walk. What's happening, man? Yes, sir. Hey. Quick FC7. What's happening, man? Non-stop. What you doing up so early, bro? You fooling with them dogs this morning, man?
Yeah, non-stop up early this morning, man. Salute, bro. Salute.
Hey, Tony M, man. Hey, they coming in, boy. Croc Bull, what's going on, man?
Welcome, brothers. Welcome, brothers. Yeah, man. Topic of the day, man. What are you really breathing for?
Yeah, what you breathing for, man? What you breathing for, Dre?
Oh, man, just a little bit of yellow line, sake from the south, Michonne on the rise,
Yeah.
breathing for a dog that consistently has the traits and values in life, man. But I want to get into that, man. Let me shout out Bobby Digital, brother Supreme in the building. Salute, y'all. Salute.
Hey, salute. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby Digital, man, thank you for reaching out to us yesterday, man, and getting the confirmation and information you needed, man. That's all it takes is a little bit of convo, man, to be set up, for whether you want Dog of the Week or, to a digital dog show, and we appreciate that, bro. Salute.
Yeah.
For those that we're not tracking, man, Digital Dog Show entries in April 30th for this month. So if you want to be in the Digital Dog Show, like, you know, I'll drop the WhatsApp link right now. But yeah, man, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? It's free. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna handhold at this point because it is free. There's plenty of brothers in the chat that know what they're doing that can help you out as well. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to contact them or text them. You can just ask them how to get it done. You know, if you genuinely want to be in there, if not, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a if you don't do this, I'm gonna be mad at you type thing. I don't do that. But like it's one of those things where if I'm giving out free money for showing dogs, then at least you can do it, like, you know, be proactive as opposed to reactive. You know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Big A. We got like a quote today and some Bushido code stuff for these brothers, man.
Oh yeah. I was just about to get into that. The quote of the day is: "If you don't know why you breed, your yard will tell on you." How you like that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. We'll get to the Bushido code a little later, man. They kind of tie into all of this, man. But let's go ahead and jump into these daily nutrition facts, man.
All right, let's do that.
The daily nutrition fact: how poor nutrition in breeding stock affects long-term litters. Okay, let's dive into that. Weak genetic expression. Even if the dog has strong genetics on paper, poor nutrition weakens how those genes are expressed. A malnourished stud or female may produce pups with weaker immune systems, poor structure, and lower overall vitality. Good food activates good genetics. Bad food suppresses them. Lower fertility rates, poor nutrition, weaker sperm count in males, and irregular heat cycles in females. Females can have smaller litters or even infertility problems. Males have lower motility sperm, meaning the sperm moves slow and struggles to fertilize. Weaker puppies at birth. Poorly nourished females often have low birth weight puppies. These pups can struggle to nurse, grow slower, and are more vulnerable to infections. It raises the risk of fading puppy syndrome, where puppies die within the first few weeks. Long-term health issues in offspring, bone problems, hip dysplasia, crooked legs, weak feet, heart and organ undevelopment, poor skin and coat, early signs of deeper nutrient gaps, lower stamina, endurance and resilience. Dogs may look okay, but won't perform at a high level. Behavior and cognitive problems. Puppies from poorly nourished parents sometimes show higher anxiety, fearfulness, and poor learning ability. Brain development depends on proper fats, amino acids, and minerals. Without them, the pups can be slow learners or easily be stressed. Shortened breeding careers. Females have been underfed or poorly fed, wear down much faster. Hips, energy levels collapse early. Males burn out quicker too. Less drive, less recovery between breedings. So for future breeding programs, shrink it faster. It should cost. So your future breeding program shrinks faster than it should, costing years of development. You know, overall reputation damage. Poor nutrition in your program leads to weaker dogs being produced over generations. It eventually shows in public your yard's reputation, your kennel brand, your customer satisfaction, all take a hit because your dogs don't last, perform or look good over time. Nutrition is a weapon or a weakness. If you feed weak, you breed weak. If you feed strong, you build your legacy. There you go.
For sure,
Hey,
man. Hey,
Dirty Dog, you man, what's happening, Dirty Dog Kennels, with that 5-piece? Pow, 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 pow.
hey,
Hey,
Big Hill in the building. What's good, big dog?
Salute.
sir. Hey, there you go. What's going on, bro?
Same old thing.
Yeah.
You keep it knocking, but you can't get in.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Stop, man. Let me stop. So, yo,
Yes, sir.
Topic of the day, bro. You know what I'm saying? What are you really breeding for, man? What are you really breeding for?
Yeah.
I'm breeding for I'm breeding for the thoughts in my mind. What I think a good animal is.
Mm-hmm.
I breed for technicians, performance technicians. And
Yeah.
I satisfy myself.
Nice.
Yeah. We talked. It was spoken yesterday. Somebody said, "Man, you breathe for what you want. So many words, man." Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You can't please everybody. They'll have you running backwards and flipping and all that. You got follow the things in your head. Follow the path of knowledge and the jewels you've been collecting, and make the portrait come to life that you paint.
Yeah.
If they like it, they like it.
Yeah, man. So, what would you think of 4 common motives that people strive for in their breeder program? Well, I'll tell you something. Some people breed for ego. It's just all about the ego. Breeding for social media, clout type deal. You got your people that breed for money. It doesn't matter about the marketing or whatever the case may be. They breed it for the money aspect. You got people breeding for like a legacy type deal, and then you got people just breeding for functionality, strictly off job purposes or whatever the situation may be. What are you breeding for?
For me,
It's just a general question.
Yeah, personal satisfaction. That's what I breed for.
Yeah.
That's it. I want a certain type of dog. You know what I mean? And once I got a certain type of dog, I wanted another dog like that or better. So, that's what my breeding was for. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to stop at one good dog. I never bred for other people though. So I guess a breeder would be somebody that's breeding for the public. I guess they I couldn't tell you from their aspect because I don't breed for the public. I just I breed a dog to get a good dog for myself. That's all I can say there. But from what you saying, I can understand it being different things from a breeder that's breeding for the public or somebody that's really into the dogs and like creating dogs for people to enjoy, or people that's creating dogs, working dogs. So so those would be different. They would have different motives. My personal motive is personal satisfaction. So that's just me.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. So, because you got people that literally just go into it for clout.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely can see that.
Yeah,
I definitely can see that. But I really wasn't exposed to that until probably the internet. Usually the people I was around with dogs, they had
in your section.
Yeah, in my section, they had a purpose for their own dogs or whatever. They wasn't really selling to the public. So they was doing the same thing I was doing, they had good dogs and they wanted to keep dogs or get better dogs for themselves. You know what I mean? And competition. So competition. So that's what was another incentive for them to create a good dog. You know what I mean? But a lot of people they became family dogs to where though once they was ready to once certain ones became old, some people just did it for nostalgic reasons, just to have they old friends around, family, keep the family around their family. That's all, different things like that. So it's all
okay.
It's a whole lot. Yeah.
So What about the name? What about, and I know everybody, not everybody, but particular people breed for specifically what they want. What about the name? You know what I'm saying? Do you want people to know your name, or do you care? As far as invested in what you breed for.
Now, if I was selling to the public, yeah, I would want people to know my name. That's what I'm selling to the public for. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm into. I want satisfied. I want people to know I got good dogs. I want them to be happy with my dogs. You know what I mean? That's my thing. But so if you just breeding dogs for your own personal thing, then that's a different story.
Yeah. So yeah. So that you would think breeding for your own personal thing would be necessarily falling under the category of more so legacy and function, and then trying to build a name would be more so on the clout part.
No. The personal joint could be hobby. The personal breedings could be just hobby. Now the breeding for the public, you could call it clout, but like that man, that man choke. If he breeding for the public, I see. I'm just coming from my view. Like I'm thinking of a person that's just in the dogs so much, and he a breeder that he wants people to know that he can breed good dogs. So he needs the public. He needs the public to verify him. See, I don't need the public to verify me, but if somebody that's trying to satisfy the public, they're gonna need public verification. Now, I guess you could call it clout, but like I wouldn't just call it clout. I just would call the man trying to get he trying to satisfy customers. That's what I could say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't call it that part clout. Like if you breeding on a name and you preserving it, say like yellow or red boy or something like that, and you got some breeders out here that they choose to just breed those dogs. And I guess it could be for clout for the yellow fans. I don't know, but like at the end of the day, it's the individual. It's the individual. Like I can't just say clout. I just can't say clout. I mean, you could say clout, but I guess that depends on the person and how you looking at the person. You dig what I'm saying? To me, somebody that's looking for clout, they not really gonna have their quality. The quality is not gonna be as high if they just looking for clout. You know what I mean? They just gonna be trying to run with the popular fad. They ain't gonna be considered. They're not gonna be really considered quality. I think. I don't know. That's
okay.
Let me in on this one, man. I hear y'all cooking. Y'all cooking some good stuff, man. But I think a different perspective is is needed. A different perspective is needed, man. So. One, that term clout is a buzzword. It's a buzzword, bro. It's all these, man. There are words created to discourage certain activities. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. So let's get back down into it, man. What are you really breeding for? I'm breeding for all of that. You can say ego, clout, good dogs, bloodline, money, success, all of that. And if you're not breeding for success, and whatever it is you're going to do, if you're going to let dogs go, you want to be successful at putting them at the best prices, get them to the best homes possible. You know what I'm saying? Like this conversation, we put around this conversation because everybody says, oh, I don't let dogs go. I don't let a few dogs go. Okay, I bet you if you let everything go for money, you couldn't sell the whole litter if you wanted to. It's not that you only let a few dogs go. It's only you can get a few dogs off. Let's say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this is a conversation I've been waiting. I've been holding back to you. I'm sorry, Big 8, but y'all triggered me because of time. Like, look, bro, like, let's be real. I got into these dogs in school. There's pictures of me at 8 years old with dogs in the yard, man. And at an early age, I learned find you a legal hustle, something that you're good at, and do that. You'll never work a day in your life. You know what I'm saying? And if it just so happens that hustle makes good dogs and you're able to get them off and still keep some to replenish your stock, I don't look at that any different than somebody going out and get cows and saying, hey, okay, this cow produces a lot of beef. gonna take this bull and I'm gonna bring this bull to these female cows, right? And I'm gonna take these female cows, I'm gonna slaughter half of them. I'm gonna slaughter half of them. I might bring in another bull in a couple of years to loosen the blood up or whatever. Whoopie whoopie whoop. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, like yes, they're a dog. They're closer to you than a cow. But cows can learn you just like dogs can. It's business to it. You think the farmer, if they lose their whole herd of cow, you think they're not gonna feel some type of way? Yeah, they gonna feel some type of way, but they getting this money, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying you got to go out there and sell everything, but you don't have to be humble about selling dogs either, bro. Like who does that, bro?
Yeah.
Well, now what are you breeding for? Now what are you breeding for? If you trying to get repeat customers, you can't put out a bad product in the first place. If they buy one product from you and it's bad, they probably not coming back. So you want to put out good dogs. That's inherent with selling dogs. That's inherent.
Yeah, that's real talk, bro. A lot, especially when you jumped out there saying, if you wanted to sell them, if you was selling them for money, you couldn't get rid of all of them. So like, yeah, that's just real talk. Like, you know, a lot of those terms and sayings come from mad people. mad at something, I don't know, but they be mad, so they say different things. But at the end of the day, you know, at the most part, like, you know, you said it well. I can't even double down on that, bro. You said I felt you on that. That's all I can say on that. I felt you on that, Dre. Real talk.
So, man. Yeah. And go ahead, bro.
No, you go ahead, bro.
Okay. Let me see. So, Floyd Boudreaux, Tom Gardner had some of the same dogs and was very successful at both of their programs, doing different things. You know what I'm saying? Is it?
I would say those guys really gotta be in love with somebody like those guys. They really gotta love the dogs to even be dealing with the public scrutiny for years and years and years. See, that's a lot of love for the dogs too, because like I'm sure they get dragged through the milk. You know what I mean? They get dragged through the milk. Not just 1, 2, 3 years. Them jokers got drugged through the milk for years and years and years for different reasons, and they still produce dogs for people, and you still see their names on people's pedigrees. They have famous dogs and all that. So, like, you know what I mean? So for them to still want to do it, I probably would have been stopped breeding for the public. If I had to deal with half of the shit that they be dealing with. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah. So salute to them.
Yeah. Okay, so what are the dangers of breeding for the wrong reasons?
Putting out bad quality dogs into the public.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just starts a chain reaction. Because you lying about the dogs, first of all, just to hustle them off. And then the people that believe in your lie, they just gonna make the lie go longer. You know what I mean? And in our game, it's room for people to do that. It's room for people to do that, to slide in things and lie about them and just push it. You know what I mean? And a lot of times people get married to a good story instead of a good dog.
Mm-hmm.
And they get invested with it. They get invested in that name and all that. And that's, once they invested in that name, you know what I mean? They're gonna have to keep pumping it, keep pushing the lie.
Yeah. Everybody wants to be a scientist, you know what I'm saying? But nobody wants to claim their failures, you know. I think that could be the dangers of breeding, man. People try to jump into certain stuff without really doing their research and prepping for it, and then their failures, get let out to the public or whatever the case may be, or hiding something, just like you were saying, to a certain extent, man. You know, I think that definitely does, man. And I also think that people jump in the game and half-ass it, and don't finish what they start, man. You know, probably shouldn't have started to begin with. Yeah.
Man, but
Yeah, sir.
but I think it gets missed. What up, Spring? I think it gets missed, man, when people do stuff, man. Check this out. Okay. I'm big on this, and Big A, you know this. Like when we start a new project online or whatever, right? I have a meeting or whatever with the group. So I have a meet with the team, make decisions, woo. If I at that meeting and I launch it and you got some feedback, I'm probably gonna cuss you out like you a dirty dog, man. Because at the end of the day, man, where was you at? Like like you say, where was you at when I was getting started? So same thing when you jump in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't let me jump out here. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be boys. Like I'm like real friends, not no internet stuff. And you let me jump out here, you know what I'm saying? And oh man, by the way, man, you know what I'm saying? You should have done this, man. You should have done that. Man, bro, we might throw hands when I see you if you do something like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like, man, look, once I set this ship in motion, it's a lot harder to turn the ship around than it is to launch in the right direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you get out here, man, and everybody got their highlight reels on the internet. Everybody got their, I bought these 2 dogs from this kennel, that kennel, put them together, and it turned out great. You know what I'm saying? And that's all you got to do is buy 2 dogs and breed them, and you'll be fine. Long as the pedigree's good. But I hear it. I hear it. I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not everybody doing that, but it's enough of it on the internet. It's enough people just selling dogs just to sell them that, you know what I'm saying, a new person get out there and launch. And then when another person, says, hey, man, like, it didn't turn out the way you should have turned out, I probably would have done this. Nobody wants to hear the aftermath report. Nobody wants to hear the aftermath report. We're trying to get it right the first time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so I try to give grace to the people that jump out there and they don't have the success they're looking for, because sometimes it's not them. Sometimes they mentor, they OG, whoever it was guiding them, man, like set them up for failure.
Yeah.
That's why I like to make my own decisions. If I'm a breed, I breed for what I like. If I have to keep every single litter. If I have 11 puppies, I got to keep 11 puppies. They better be something I like. You know what I'm saying? And then if the public agrees with me, great. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I am more popular. People like this thing over this thing. That's cool. But at the end of the day, do I like it? Like Toyo said, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's we all know it's levels to it. That's why I say I stay with my own, because like it's a big responsibility when you pushing things to the public. Just to be honest, my common sense tells me like to be a Gardner or a Boudreaux or Pat Patrick and them. Like, I think a lot of us don't realize how much resources you got to have to even be them type of people. Like, even like the formula, like Twin and them be talking about, like, the formula. Like, I be feeling like shit in a class as far as the formula shit. I be like scratching, throwing my paper away and shit. I be trying to figure it out. And where I'm at with it, it's just different levels to the dog games. Like, you gotta have resources, access to the top studs out here across the country, and sometimes not even in the country, to be pushing your yard forward on some of these levels that we talking about. So like a lot of us, I mean, me personally, I don't have the resources to be going around to get my female to these different studs, the top-notch stud. I might not have the money at the time to get the hottest shit this year, or the hottest shit next year, or the year after that, or whatever, you know what I mean? So you got, that's, to get out to that game, be chasing the Joneses, I just try to create my own good dog that I'm satisfied with. You know what I mean? And hopefully I can make some accomplishments. In the best world, I might even make an accomplishment off of my dog in my good old corner greasy kitchen. And that's where it gets popping. You know what I mean? Because now you done made something out of something out your own yard that other people see, and they see the quality in it, and they might want to breed to it. Then you're putting yourself, now you're doing something without chasing the Joneses. Without even chasing the Joneses. You know what I mean? You got your dogs. You might was able to pay a stud fee one time from a good dog, from a well-known dog. But you wasn't able to keep doing that. So you worked what you got, and you went out there, put the work in, and you did as much breeding as you could, like to good dogs, and you was creating good dogs. The process, whatever process you get to. And one day you make something out one of those dogs. You dig what I'm saying? That's where it's at to me. That's where it's at to me. You know what I mean? It ain't about me chasing the label. It ain't about me chasing that label. You know what I mean? And only reason is because like I'm not. My resources ain't that deep, and that game look like it's a long game. You need long pots. You need networks of people in different places and things like that. You know, and I'm not built like that person. So I just work with my toolbox guy. That's it.
Yeah. Nah, for real. Yeah, man. Let me see here, man. So, what's up?
You got people got land. People got land. They just, different resources or whatever. They could do more things than me. They could do way more things than me. Sometimes people with land, the people with the dogs are always looking for somebody with some land because they'll give them some animals because they got some land. You know what I mean? Because of the breeders, the top breeders need product to me. Like a lot of stuff that like I wouldn't do, a top breeder I think would be doing. Like I'm not gonna be keeping I'm not gonna be keeping a lot of bullshit. You know what I mean? And I think the top breeder, just to get the dogs that they want, they gotta keep some of that bullshit. That's just me personally thinking on my opinion. Like they'll kick it to us, like, they whole yard is top notch, this and that and that. But like I say, it gotta be a rack of curs in there. That's just me studying the formulas and stuff like that. Like it's just your curs gotta be in a certain position. You know what I mean? But like nobody wants to claim the curs and shit. You know what I mean? All that type of shit. Nobody wants to claim that type of shit, but they all over the place. You know what I mean? So like, so when it's like that, I just, I stay in my own zone. You know what I mean? Because I see when they saying different things, you could tell that, it's a motive behind them saying different things because your common sense telling you that the numbers telling you that it's curs all over the place. But you hear everybody saying like you ain't supposed to breed a cur and you ain't got, it's no curs here. Like they never seen a cur before. Hey, some of it is movies. That's why I say I just keep it in my what I can understand, my lane. That's it.
Yeah. Nah, for real, man. So do you think that writing down a mission statement for the direction that you want to go, you think that can play a major part in keeping you on a straight and narrow as far as sticking to the script? Or because I had spoke on it the other day. Like let's say I'm trying to paint a picture and I go to paint the picture, and then Toyo, you come up and say, hey man, I put a chair over here in this corner. And then I'm like, okay, bet. I put the chair over there in that corner. And then Dre come over here, and then Dre say, hey man, you should change the color to this on the table. And then I change the color. Then Supreme come and he tell me to do something, and I do something right there, and somebody else say something. Then when the picture done, I step away from the picture. It's no longer my picture. You know what I'm saying? It's really nobody's picture because I done took it something from everyone, this and that and this and this and that. And what I started out to do is no longer that. So, that's why I was saying, do you think it'd be, because I know, you know what I'm saying, offhand, it's not something that people necessarily think of, but do you think it would make sense to write down a mission statement to stay on the straight and narrow?
I mean, if you got like a big ass dry erase board in your house, you can see it every day when you wake up and walk past it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, solo food, man.
Yeah.
My whole thing, all that stuff, writing down things and all those things. I salute those things because it's just holding yourself to a higher standard. Sometimes that's all. It's just trying to make your things official. Trying to make it when you writing down mission statements and all that type of stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. You trying to make some officialness in what you're doing. That's all.
Yeah.
So yeah, I salute that type of thing. You got to do that, or you just out here, basically you just out here just freestyle. But like when you're making mission statements and you putting up standards and you doing this and doing that, that's just trying to be official. Yeah. So you're on the road, you're trying to be official. But like about the curves, like I understand what everybody say about the curves, and this is what I say. Like people say a curve, you don't supposed to talk about a curve, whatever. See, I say talk about them curves. That's what I say. I don't mean talk about them in a good light, but like talk about them, like talk about them, like let a motherfucker know that, like a lot of people don't talk about the curves and the curves. That's kind
man, who breeding curves, man?
That's kind of like the everybody breeding curves. Who's that? Who asking that? Everybody breeding curves.
Man, who breeding curves, man?
Who ain't breeding the curve? Tell me who ain't breeding the curve.
Well, shit, I asked y'all that last week.
Huh?
I asked y'all the same question last week.
Everybody breeding curves, in my opinion. Everybody.
But Victorio, this the thing though. You ain't think about something. Who breed the best curves?
Oh, then that's a different story. That's a different story, right?
Because all curves ain't standing in the same line, big fella.
You right about that.
Because remember this. A curve that wasn't producing ain't never been talked about.
Okay, got you.
I'm gonna say it again. A curve that ain't producing ain't never been talked about.
Or if it was a curve back in the day that won 3, won 4, and stopped on that 5th one.
Yeah, they be saying,
I mean,
we in a dirty pond right now, gentlemen.
I'm just saying though, man. You got different forms of curves.
Supreme. At the end of the day, Supreme. The only people they gotta worry about that is the ones that try to keep their pigs looking the same from the time they got them, and they put no work in them pigs. Them the only people who got that to worry about.
Who put that up there? That statement up there? Adam G. I say cap on that, Adam G. I say you got curves, Adam G. How about that?
God damn. Yeah, I hear you. Well, they definitely gotta. They be trying to keep it looking like American flag, though.
All you niggas.
I mean, just think about it.
Niggas be putting
just think about
no curves allowed, and I ain't got no curve. All you niggas that saying you ain't got no curves over here. I never bred a curve. I'm saying I'm pulling out the cap brothers. I'm putting the whole cap brothers on y'all ass because I know y'all lying.
Well, Victorio. This what you got to do though. You got to ask them how do they rate their level of curve, and then we're gonna know if they really got a curve or not.
Now, what they doing is they saying that shit because they know 9 times out of 10, how we gonna prove they don't got a curve? That's why they can keep on saying that.
Listen, there's a lot of words. We can prove it.
You ain't gonna be, man, you ain't gonna be able to prove them boys got. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even gonna be able to prove.
They ain't even gonna say
all that shit. They ain't got no curves and this and that. You ain't got no curves.
A lot of people don't show up.
They know they safe. You gonna hear a lot of that now. You've been hearing a lot of it, but it's basically they know they safe.
Hey, shout out to
they ain't even going to the job talking that shit.
Shout out to Vicky Foster with that one piece, man.
Yes, sir, man. Salute, man.
What is
it?
Salute, soul. Yeah. Oh, y'all continue, man.
Yeah.
And it's people that know where. It's people that know. Never mind.
Oh, we got a student for
the project's about to be on fire this afternoon, bro. I mean, just later this morning, the project's about to be on fire. You know, I'm over here ringing shots in my gated community.
But Samurai, so
yo,
another thing. Look at all the black and white pigs in between all of these Christmas trees. When we gonna start to talk about that? Because everybody talk about the curs, but what about all these black and white dogs in between all these so-called grand champions and champions? What did they do to get deserve the bread?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. To me, you know, I keep on tearing my paper up when I'm over twinning them junk because I'm trying to find the formula. Whatever I see, he been saying it, but I keep tearing my paper up because I keep seeing curs in different places. So to me, it's like curs all up in the goddamn formula. I don't know.
I want to just tap in and tell everybody, good morning, man. It's Student for Life, man. And I heard y'all talking about the curs, man. I'm the cur master over here. I got the 4 minute curs on deck.
Hey man, salute Student for Life.
Salute Student for Life, man. Salute, bro.
Good morning, y'all, man. Great to hear y'all. Finally up and ain't out doing some of the dogs. I have to tap in my brother real quick.
Right. Sir.
I'm gonna be on the full lineup today. I'm getting on everybody's jump.
Yes, sir. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I got the 4 minute curve going for the low. Somebody holler at me.
Hey. Hey, see, that's what you hate to get your ass whooped by a man and say he now see when a man like that whoop your ass, what can you say? When you basically say you ain't had no curves, this man came on here and say, I got a yard full of curves. Now if he outrace you, outpull you, if he then it's like that's what I mean. Like, man, niggas need to let the dogs talk, man. Like let the dogs say that they not a curve. Not you saying
Big Hill.
You saying that it's not a curve. Like let the dogs say it. Like we don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Big Hill is a mother, bro. He a bad man. Big Hill a bad man.
Like I said, man, the old schoolers always taught me they all curves until they prove you otherwise, and that you can make any of them curves. You know what I mean? If you put enough dogs or whatever on them, you put enough weight on the sled, all of them are curves. You know what I mean? So it's
who that talking? Student for Life?
Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
Oh, what's up?
Good to see you, brother. But like you were saying earlier, Welsh, like you said, you gotta ask them what's their level of curve, what level of curve they talk about.
I mean, because it's level to it, like you said, 4 minute curve. I know a couple 4 or 5 minute dogs. If you don't kill them within 4 or 5 minutes, your ass is done. But after that, you. So it's definitely levels. It's definitely levels to the curve shit too. Some of them curves is 4 or 5 minute killers, but after that, they ain't no good. It's levels to it. It's levels to it. But Student for Life. This the thing though. You know how many of them 4 or 5 minute curves that upset a couple people in schooling that had to pay the forfeit after because the 4 or 5 minute curve that showed they got damn 1x and 2x something in school, and then them niggas had, you know what I'm saying? It's levels to it. It's levels to it.
Yeah, some rough ones. I got some rough ones up here. If you make it to 5, you got it. But I'm gonna give you hell in the 5.
Oh shit.
But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, and like Bill Gill was saying, to what he was saying as well, man. You know, they know the day and time that we living in, bro. Proving that is damn near impossible. You know what I'm saying? And most people ain't you know, they ain't willing, like me, I ain't willing to take that risk to do shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, you gotta take my word for it.
Yeah. Don't be surprised when they well, Bobby, this is the thing though, Bobby. That's why I say it's levels, because if let's just talk from a boxing or MMA standpoint. If you are a middleweight, fighter, well, rather is shit. This go for bodybuilding also. But if you only focusing on your weight class, so let's say you're a middleweight fighter and you also going into natural bodybuilding, so you staying within that weight class. If you only training within that weight class and you never said, well, let me spar. If I'm a middleweight, let me spar with a cruiserweight or heavyweight and see what's my real limitations. So when you do things like that, you either become better or you fully expose all of your weaknesses by doing things like that. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Any of my boxing fans, Holyfield. Look where Holyfield started. Look where he ended. Holyfield was already sparring with heavyweights. Roy Jones was sparring with heavyweights back in the day, way before he even became a heavyweight. That's why he was so good. James Toney, the same thing, and the list goes on. So if every dog, yes, you gonna get a curve, but the thing is, if you never seen or put anything on that dog to put a certain type of pressure on it, you would never know. But if you take certain measurements, as in always putting them on a disadvantage to see what it, and this goes back to what I was talking about yesterday with the smartness of the dog and the brains. You always put them at a disadvantage before the big hunt, just to see what's their mindset and how they maneuver. So me personally, when I'm training in the woods or whatever, it's nothing never the same size as my dogs. It's always bigger. So I know when they face something the same size as them, physically they should not have an issue. Everything else boils down to the conditioning. Everything else boils down to the conditioning. And I'm a bad motherfucker when it comes to conditioning, so I'm not even worried about that.
I got you. My bad.
No, you good. It's the same like with Floyd. I'm not the biggest Floyd fan, but Floyd took conditioning to a different level. Yeah, they hit harder. Yeah, they did that. But if you didn't kill that motherfucker, because Floyd occurred too, but if you didn't get Floyd out the way, guess what? You was gonna lose.
Hell no. I just, you ain't gonna be just saying Floyd occurred. He got that.
Man, Floyd occurred, man. Get out of here with this shit.
He got that OB side that's going. Y'all ain't proven yet. Y'all had 50-some chances to prove it. Y'all ain't proven yet, Floyd. So we ain't gonna do that to Floyd. Now,
I mean, look, no. I get a man. Listen, I get a man his props. I just said I don't take nothing away from him, but it's 3 rematches that he didn't do because he knew he wasn't gonna win the motherfucker.
All right, but okay, they ain't get done. He might have ducked them or whatever. They ain't get done, so he ain't crowd. Now it is. Now this is where I be tripping off the community. This is why I don't even get into all that, because there's 3 curds out there that y'all cheer for. Y'all cheer for Tyson, y'all cheer for Javante Davis, and y'all cheer for Roberto Duran.
Here we go.
And y'all cheer for Roberto
Hold on, man. Can we get a referee? Hey, Dre, rep this shit. Big A, rep this shit, Big A.
Big Hill talking some real shit though.
Hey, y'all, for real. Hey, cause every time Mike Tyson faced real adversity, Mike Tyson lost.
Hey, that's for real. That's the biggest cur I've seen, man. Love Tyson to death, but Tyson is the epitomization of a cur. You know what I'm saying?
But see. Okay. I'm glad you said that. Let's just for a second. Let's just all agree on it. But let's say he the biggest cur, right? But if you go back and listen to what the older dogmen said, if you listen to what George Foreman said about him, if you listen to what Ali said about him, if you listen to all of what these people said about him, they told you they still didn't want to get hit by him. They said this. The videos are there. So
right.
yes, it's levels to the curve. When he fought certain shit outside of his comfort zone, like I was just saying, it exposed his weaknesses. But majority of them other animals in the wood could not expose his weaknesses. But the
Man,
top dogs in the woods still told you that is not a man you want to get hit by.
yeah, real shit. But like, yeah, that's just like, yeah, on the real shit, like nonstop, cut the crap. You talking about a 50-year-old cur? Man, it ain't no such thing as a 50-year-old cur. It ain't no such thing. What
Yeah,
did he do?
I'm trying to bring
What
them.
did he do?
I'm trying
What
to bring
did he
them
do
kind
to
of curves.
Kurt? What did he do to Kurt? Cause his camp duck some matches. I mean, like, and they be talking about some dogs like that too. Like some dogs, they be like,
Tornado?
man, they
Tornado?
be
Tornado. I
yeah,
knew
they
he
be
was going
saying
to say
things
tornado.
about dogs like that. You know what I mean? Like, but don't how
I
y'all
knew he.
saying these things when these dogs earned that that man y'all had 50 tries to holler at that man and you couldn't do it. Like,
That's a bad
come on,
mixture,
man.
you know what I'm
Come
saying?
on, man. Don't like you like that's what I mean. Like when you throw these curve things out here, man. Come on, man. Cut the crap, man. Cut the crap. You gonna say a 50-year-old guy is a curve? Come on, man. Come on. It don't even make sense.
Hey, making it fit. Okay, I got something for that. Tell me about Buster Douglas then. Huh? And Mike
Man,
Tyson. Tell me about that Buster
man.
Douglas fight, huh?
Big A and I, we argue about this all the time, bro. We argue about this all the time, man. Like this,
Yeah.
that's why I ain't even saying that, man. Like this argument is bad. Like I know my brothers, man. These niggas hard headed as all, man. Like it's gonna get bad words. I ain't cursing. I don't know if y'all realize I ain't cursing over 3 weeks on this live. So yeah, like y'all trying to test my limits, bro.
No, I said he stood the line. He said,
Let it fly, Dre. Let it fly.
he said that Mayweather stood the line. Did y'all see him Mayweather stand the line? I don't remember that. I don't remember. When did he stand the line? I don't remember that. Y'all
My
I
question
don't remember that, no.
is he really? Would you really consider him 50-0 though? Or
Yeah.
Why not?
Look. So
Why?
Mayweather lost one. Mayweather lost his first fight. Well, not his first fight. He lost an unprofessional fight in the Olympics. You know, for the gold medal.
You gotta dig into this nigga. Dig into this
They
nigga.
robbed him, though.
His
They robbed him, though.
backyard boogie. He got
Nah,
dig
but
into his
Well,
backyard
well,
boogie.
well.
But what I was saying.
Under them lights, he got that zero. He should get respect for that. The conditioning,
Yeah.
the corner man, the conditioning, all these things got to line up on fighting night. It's hard as shit to get that one jump. So this nigga got 50 of them, man. So you got to salute that work, man. You can't even do that.
Yeah.
And then you got people like Tyson that knock the average person out in the first round.
Wait, he said
and
Tyson
he
wasn't
biting
a
somebody
terrorist.
on the ear as soon as he get frustrated, and y'all cheering for that type shit. Come on, man.
hey, hold on, Big A. That's not what I was saying. All I was saying is call all the babies ugly. All the babies ugly. Yeah.
I'm talking to
How
nonstop.
about,
Well,
all right, what about Bud?
But
Wow.
to me, Bud's still rocking. I'm still rocking with Bud.
Yeah,
What's wrong
yeah, I
with
like
Bud?
Bud.
Yes, sir. That man chasing greatness. And I'm a gambler.
Oh man, he went out.
We seen
But hold on, but-
We seen Javante make the whole move. We seen Javante make the whole
Yeah.
move. Y'all gonna let that
Oh, yeah,
slide?
he'll do like
Y'all gonna let
that.
that slide?
Hold on,
Who y'all favorite boxers though?
Y'all gonna blame that on condition or whatever, but you see him make the whole move, the whole skipper.
Yeah, he was turning and stuff and then all that. You know, we saw it.
What y'all think about Lennox Lewis? That's my people right there.
Yeah, but
I like Lennox.
Well,
I like Lennox.
I like Lennox, but he still waited too long to fight Tyson. He still waited too long to fight Tyson.
My dad ordered that pay-per-view. I fell asleep on that shit.
He was on suppressive drugs.
nah, but see the thing with Mayweather is Mayweather lost that fight in the Olympics. Yeah, he was robbed of that fight in the Olympics that he lost. That right there, he couldn't even speak after the fight. He was in tears, couldn't even talk. He was trying to talk to him and all that. But from that point on, Floyd was on a mission. He's like, I made sure that that won't even be a decision like that again. And Floyd went on that 50-0 run.
So big A.
Curves,
So big A.
curves get bred. Curves get bred too because styles make fights. So basically, so just like y'all to still breed to the Tyson shit if he was a dog because of the punishing, destruction and punishment or whatever. Y'all be trying to fix it up with some Mayweather shit. So like niggas breed to curves. Niggas breed to curves. Stop playing with me.
Man, I be throwing Tyson on top of Javante Davis. That's how I'm breeding.
Hey,
I'm throwing Tank on top of Tyson. That's how hard I'm going with the curves.
hey, yo, my Toyo hit him with the 607 arm. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Where the God on my mama? Stop playing with me. It's all love, Toyo. Hey, yo, we gotta start wrapping up though, because we got 5 minutes to head over to Toyo show, anyways, man. Y'all brothers gonna start making y'all plugs, man. It's been a phenomenal show today, man. I was very entertained.
Yeah, man, you know what it is, man. It's your boy Big A, man. Back in here like I left my wallet and keys, man. If you ain't a member yet, why not, man? Y'all should be joining this movement we got going on right now. But other than that, man, we got the Digital Dog Show coming up, man. We got Dog of the Week, man. With them entries that be coming in on a regular, man. Salute to all y'all who doing the entries, man. That's a big time salute, man. We got more coming at you, man. You know what I'm saying? We got 3 shows lined up. We got At the Cookout. Then we got Elevated coming up after that. We got Men at Work, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. It's a channel you don't want to leave, man. So get your popcorn and chill out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your boy Supreme, man. Catch me outside, man.
How about that? It's
How about that?
Students for life, man, and just tapping in, bro. Y'all, keep following the network, bro. NBC, ABC, CBS, they ain't got nothing on the Samurai Network, bro. So, follow up.
Yes, sir, man. Brother Big Toyo, y'all stay royal. I'ma stay loyal. I'm ready to go get on the grill at the cookout. Y'all come on over. Salute, Bulldog community.
For sure, man. Hey, man, y'all know what it is, man. Bro, we up in the show with a prayer. You know what I'm saying? Big A, can you turn my volume down just a little bit? Don't end the music just yet, though. But we like to end the show with a prayer, man. For those of y'all who don't know, I leave y'all with a blessing, Christian watchword, and then we do the Neo Dog Man chant. You know what I'm saying? For the love of the dogs, for the game. It's not new to y'all, so y'all rock with us real quick, man. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get out of here, man. Hold on, man. My brother Soul Power can't do. Brother Soul, what's good, big dog?
Hey, man, y'all. You know, I ain't been on the panel in a minute, but y'all talking this boxing shit like y'all know what's going down. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
We got to talk this real quick. Hold up. We talking about Floyd Mayweather. I don't even like the brother. When you say this dude is a coon, jelly bean, come on, man, in a real way. But the brother was undefeated. His arguable 2 losses he did avenge. Jose Luis Castillo, the first one. He came back and got that revenge. The second one, Marcos Maidana, and he came back and whooped that tail. And like I said, I am not a Floyd Mayweather by any stance. You know what I'm saying? But the brother, you got to give it. He got an unblemished record. You know what I'm saying? He hellified. He was not no curve. Now he did dump some smoke. He ran from Paul to Punisher Williams. You feel?
So if you had to refer to Floyd as one of the great dogs that got a bloodline. And many dogs up underneath it, what would you say he was?
Hold on, it dropped Soul, man. He might ask that question again. I'm trying to get him back.
Hey, Will's gonna say Floyd first.
I think that.
I'm laughing because it's spot on. Well,
I don't see Floyd having that punch like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see Floyd having that punch like all accounts of Frisco that said they saw Frisco said Frisco had mouth, bro. You know what I'm saying? They said Frisco had mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see it.
Floyd grand champion yellow, man. Stop fucking playing with me, man.
I would say Jeep.
Yeah. I would say Jeep. Oh, no, y'all brought the non-stop in the building. Non-stop in the building.
Non-stop. Who Floyd is as a dog? Non-stop.
He was selling it.
Hey, nah, stop. That's what y'all should do. Y'all should compare the dogs to boxers
I
one
don't know who's.
time.
I don't know no dog that's 50 and 0.
Yeah,
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
straight
yeah.
like that. Straight like that.
God damn.
I don't know if y'all hear me.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
He coming. Hey, he coming with the shotgun. Told you
Yeah.
the remote on him yesterday. Now stop coming with the shotgun. You know what I'm saying? Sawed off. Who wants
So he would
smoke?
be.
Oh,
He
yeah,
would
ain't,
start his
ain't
own
no
line.
ain't
He would
nobody
start
50
his
and
own
0.
line. Yeah,
And not just 50 and 0. He a 35-pound dog going into 50-pound dogs and stopping them.
yeah,
Say it again.
He coming in at 126
Yeah.
and fighting 158. Cut it out.
yeah.
Talk to him.
He catch weight. He a catch
Hey,
weight. He a
I'll
little
say this
dog catch
about
weight.
Floyd. Yeah. I say this about Floyd. He's the best adjusted in boxing history. There's nobody that
Oh
can
yeah,
really
yeah,
adjust in
Yeah,
yeah.
fight like
yeah.
Floyd. Like Floyd. Yeah.
Yeah, man, we got something to celebrate, man. That's Floyd, man. That man 50 and 0, man. Yeah, man, celebrate that, man. That's good work, man. That's good work,
Do
man. I
that.
don't care, man. That's like, you know what I mean? Like I say, different things got to line up for you to get that win. So you got to look at all that, and they did it 50 times. You like, you know what I mean? Like,
50
man, come on.
times.
Yeah.
All weight class. All whole bunch of different weight classes.
Yeah.
Nothing but champions.
Non-stop. You coming to the cookout?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. You on the grill?
Yeah, we got hey y'all.
It depends.
Yeah.
I was on
I
the
don't
grill
want no
yesterday.
asparagus and all that on my squash and all that, man. Cucumbers on the grill now.
Man, my mama taught me how to do that, man.
Hey yo.
She be on my ass with that grill. What the vegetables at? She see all that meat. What the fucking vegetables at? Be like, damn, mama.
Yeah, man. Hey y'all, look. I'm kicking all y'all. I'm giving y'all another 30 seconds. I'm kicking y'all off of here, and we go to Toyo. Just letting y'all know right now. 30 seconds. If you didn't get your word out in 30 seconds, I'm kicking you off the screen, and we going over to Toyo. He gonna go live over there. I can already see we about to argue it in the project. Might need to throw some hands this morning in the projects. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm bringing
Oh
I'm
yeah,
bringing
Dre done kicking us out.
yeah,
Hey,
I'm
man,
bringing the
who giving
potato
out?
salad.
Who giving out the hood passes, man? So I can get up in there.
Oh yeah, it'll be in the link. It'll be in the video just like this. But we're going over there in less than 10 minutes. We already over our hour mark for the show.
Yeah, 'cause I was nervous the past couple early this week. I said, man, he had the people over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next day the news came the next day. I said, oh damn.
Hey yo. All right, man. It's been 30 seconds, y'all. I love y'all, but I'm holler at y'all, bro. Peace.
Yeah.
Getting all y'all out
Hit 'em
here.
with the-
Hey, I love y'all. Go to the projects. Big eight, you the last one. Yeah, I swear to God, bro. If you what, man, you better be fast.
Oh no. Go ahead, man. Hit it with the prayer, man.
All right, man. Look. My kids, let's to the point. We overdue. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent one from another. Amen.
Amen.
For the love of the dogs.
For the love of the game.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. It's that side they ain't ready for. We build dogs, not fairy tales. Shogun standing tall, boy, you build brittle. We build different. We run dogs, we don't run mouth, boy, we build different. You bark loud, but your yard look missing. Cloud chase broke, we build different. Built different. Our fam name ring while yours just whispering. Work show loud, y'all just post fiction. This for the real ones, we built different. Talk big online, but your collar still loose. No scars on your boots, boy, who you fooling? Papers look funny, dog acting moody. We raise real hounds, y'all posting for the movies. Big hill grind, elevated song rockin'. PBK hustle non-stop, bulldogging. Catch guard on deck, big dogs, no jogging. Schoolboy teaching while y'all just blogging. We build different. We run dogs, we don't run mouth, boy, we build different. You bark loud, but your yard look missing. Cloud chase broke, we build different. Build different. Our fam name ring while yours just whispering. Work so loud, y'all just post fiction. This for the real ones, we built different. Dickie Foster in the trenches, never late. Never. Pyrex got that flame, pure weight. Straight cook. MKM bottom solid steel, no flake. Quick C, no gimmicks, real plates. Mike Dan stay pushing that game. When Moon hit the yard, it's no lane. Indoors stay hunting real frame. Show enough certified, no shame. Verna Star light it up, pure flame. Hemi James torque heavy in the lane. Fake ones stay out the frame. Stay out the frame. Fake ones stay out the frame. Stay out. Work been speaking, name been breathing. Fake love leave quick, real ones keep building. Morning talk, running laps while you sleeping. Loyalty crown, Shogun still leading. We build different. We run dogs, we don't run mouth, boy, we build different. You bark loud, but your yard look missing. Cloud chase broke, we built different. Built different. Our fam name ring while yours just whispering. Loud, y'all just post fiction. This for the real ones, we built different. Real certified. Only the real gon' recognize the real. Only the workers gon' respect the work. Shogun, I am in it. No frauds, no flakes. Either you built or you broke. Choose up. Choose up.